So working with that meditation that I introduced 2 classes ago, body like a mountain, breath like the wind, and today's mind like the sky. Body like the mountain, we'll bring some of those concepts in today, finding our strength in standing poses. Breath like the wind, really using the breath to contain the movement and allow us to stay in that mind-body connection. And then mind like the sky. So to start class, I'm going to invite you to either sit in a short meditation or a moving meditation. If you need to be moving, you can do that. But I want you to bring your awareness to those sky-like qualities. The vastness of the sky, the spaciousness, the infinite characteristic of the sky, always there. So you can begin with some light movement, standing, sitting, on your back. I'll guide in a couple of minutes. But I really want you to invite the idea of spaciousness into your practice today. And since it is Valentine's Day, and we were talking about loving, being love, expanding our love to out to many, many people and people we don't know, sending our energy to all the people affected in Turkey and Syria. Just loving, loving, loving. So now if you're not on your back, go ahead and bring yourself down to the floor on your back, and then just make a big X with your body. So take up as much space as possible in your given situation. And just check in, see how that feels to take up that space. And then you can start some gentle movement, sort of reaching through one heel in the same hand and going to the opposite side. Just some gentle movement, creating space. We'll begin, most of our work today will be in the lateral sheath, the side body. So when we talk about creating space, we do want to start in the lateral sheath, then we can move to the back body, the front body, do some twisting, spiraling, and then we can open to the core. So now bring your feet over to the right and your arms over to the right, and just allow for a couple rounds of breath here. Left side body, getting a stretch, lengthening through the left side body, and then feet over to the left, and arms over to the left. Right side body. And even in these relatively still movements, allow your breath to frame the movement. Come back to center and take your legs into Tadasana with the toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingers and stretch your palms behind your head. Stretch through your feet. Take a few rounds of breath here. And then just let your fingers release, your arms sweep open to the side, soles of your feet to the floor, but take your feet as wide as the edge of your mat, maybe even wider. And then just a gentle back and forth movement, knees to one side and then the other. And here connecting with your breath framing the movement. So as you inhale, bring your knees up, and as you exhale, let your knees fall to the opposite side. Scanning through your hips, side waist. Then bring your knees back up to center and extend your left leg long, but leave the right knee bent. Extend your right arm behind your head on the floor. Inhale here, and on your exhale, draw your right knee across midline and turn your pinky up towards the ceiling. Feel a nice long lengthening from your right fingertips through the right knee, down the right side body. Release that. Just come back to the starting position. And same thing, draw your right knee across midline. You'll arch away from the floor, reach the right hand away, pinky up towards the ceiling. So on your own rhythm and timing, using your breath like the wind and making your body spacious like the sky. Then the next time you come back to the starting position, bring both knees in, squeeze both knees in, take your hands on your knees and just separate the knees out and bring them back in. The breath could be anything, any number of things, one full cycle of breath to do the whole movement, or inhaling, knees in, exhaling, knees out. Just match your breath up with the movement. Breath like the wind. And then reach your right leg long, left foot stays on the floor. Reach your left hand above your head on the floor. And on your next exhale, draw your left knee across your body and reach your left arm, pinky up towards the ceiling. So you just feel a nice opening along the whole left side of your body. And then you relax back to the starting position and continue. Next time you come back to the starting position, bring your knees back into your chest again. Inhale to draw, push the knees away and bring your low back away from the floor, and exhale, round in. You can even tuck your chin up and lift your shoulders off the floor. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, press the knees away, a little arch through your back, and exhale, round, bringing knees toward chest, tucking chin and bringing your head up towards your knees. Just a couple more. Great. And then from here, you can rock the length of your mat or roll to one side, and we'll come up onto our right side. So come up onto your right side like you're lounging. So your right forearm is propping you up, and your whole side, right side waist is hammocking down towards the floor. Now, see if you can find a comfortable position for your head. You might need to just hold it where it is, but you might find a place of comfort with your ear on your shoulder. It might take a little while to find a spot that's comfortable. If it's not comfortable to let your head rest on your shoulder, just keep it upright. But continue to let your right side body hammock down to the floor. And you could close your eyes here and think about space along the right side body. Letting yourself unwind. And this is a very still position. So notice what's going on in your head and your thoughts. Bring mind and body together here. And let yourself just unwind towards the floor. 2 rounds of breath. On your next inhale, as you draw your waist in, up, press with your right hand and come up to a seat with your left leg extended and your right knee bent, right foot in towards the groin. Okay, we're going to revisit a little breath that we did about a month ago. So take an inhale here, and on your exhale, press up through your head on your exhale. Good. On your inhale, slide your left hand down your left leg, or if you need a block on the inside of your calf, that works too. So that's the inhale. And on your exhale, reach up and over with the right hand. Exhale through the top of your head. Inhale to come back to center, and then take your right hand to the floor. Press up onto your left shin, right shin and left heel, and exhale through the top of your head. Come back down to your seat on an inhale. Slide your left hand down your leg and exhale, side bend. Trying to take your exhale through the top of your head. Inhale, come back to center. Place your right hand on the floor and lift the hips up. Exhale through the top of your head. Inhale back to the floor. Exhale, wait for the exhale. Inhale, slide your hand down your left leg and exhale through the top of your head. Length, getting all this length on the exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Place your right hand on the floor. Exhale as you lift your hips, reach through the left arm. Exhale through the top of your head. And then drop your hips to the floor, and we'll go to the other side. Same starting position, lounging with your left forearm across the short edge of your mat. Maybe you can rest your head on this side. Seems easier for me on this side. Let your whole left side hammock down to the floor, and be patient with the unwinding. Takes us our lifetime to be contracted around many things, and that shows up in our body, of course. So it takes some patience to do the unwinding, or the undoing, which is really what I feel yoga is more about, is the undoing. Back to that original wholeness. Your next inhale, draw your side waist up as you press up. Right leg long now. Left leg bent. And let's do that breath again, where we inhale here. Exhale through the top of the head. Really get that nice length through the top of your head. Inhale as you reach your right hand out, and exhale into the fold, into the side bend. Inhale back to center. You place your left hand on the floor and you press your hips up. On the exhale, reaching through the right hand. Inhale back to the floor. Reach the right hand out. Exhale through the top of your head. Long side body. That's the vinyasa. Just go back and forth here, but really working to have the exhale be the lengthening part. It's a little different than we normally do. One more time through the whole vinyasa. And when you drop your hips down the next time, take the knees around, find table, and just rock your body back and forth a few times. And find child's pose. Now in this child's pose, walk your hands over to the right. Really stick your left hip down towards the floor and feel the lengthening along the left side waist, outside of the left armpit, left shoulder. Take 2 rounds of breath here. Walk your hands through center and take your hands over to the left. Really stick the right hip down and feel this opening along the right side body. And then walk your hands back to center. Inhale to come up to the cow. And then exhale, turn toes under, press up and back to downward facing dog. If you need to get your blanket out of the way, do that. We'll meet in downward dog. And you might want to take a little movement through the legs in your downward dog. Bending through the knees, lifting the hips, lengthening through your back. And then walk your feet up towards your hands. Set your hips back and hands on thighs. Press up to standing. Press up to standing. And just shake out the legs. Bounce the heels. Just take a few minutes to find a nice Tadasana stance. So in our Tadasana, the wings are back on our back. So if you turn your palms forward, you can feel how your scapulae will lay on your back nicely. Relax through the shoulders. Legs are strong, so find body like a mountain here. Body like a mountain. Good. Then bend through your knees any amount. Bring your hands to prayer. So it could be a very soft Utkatasana. Doesn't need to be a deep bend. Just find a good, stable, grounded Utkatasana. And then take your weight into your left foot and step your right foot way back. So that you find yourself in a big open warrior 2-like stance. Inhale here. Exhale, slide your right hand down your right leg and come into exalted warrior. That's the exhale. Inhale to come back. Let your left forearm float to your left thigh and go into extended side angle. We're on the exhale. See if you can make that happen on the exhale. Inhale as you come back up, press into the front foot, and exhale as you come back to exalted warrior. Inhale, sweep forward, and your forearm comes to your thigh, and right arm over the ear, exalted warrior, extended side angle. Inhale to press up, exhale, reach, left arm over the ear, come into exalted warrior. And then inhale, step forward, come back to that Utkatasana. Okay, and then on your exhale, stand up, bring your energy up through the crown of your head. Good, we'll try the other side. We'll go slow and then we'll make it a little bit faster. So now find Utkatasana again. Take your weight into your right leg and take a big step back with the left foot. Finding this warrior two position. Inhale here, and on your exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale back through center as your right forearm comes to your right thigh, and exhale, extended side angle. Press into your right foot, inhale back, and exhale, back to exalted warrior. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to come up, exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale as you bring your weight to your front foot, coming back to Utkatasana. Exhale, stand up, press through your feet into the ground and through your crown of your head, long exhale. Okay, let's try the whole thing on the first side again. So weight into the left foot as you drop into Utkatasana, big step back with the right foot. Inhale here, exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to come up, exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, exhale. Feel the length through the sideways. Inhale back. Exhale, stand up tall. Press through the crown of your head with your exhale breath. Inhale, find that Utkatasana again. Weight goes into the right leg. Step back. Big stance back. Inhale, exhale, extend, exalted warrior. Inhale back to center. Float your right forearm down to your thigh. Extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale. Exalted warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Extended side angle. Feel the length through your sideways. Inhale. Exhale. Exalted warrior. Inhale. Come back. Utkatasana, hands at prayer. Exhale through the crown of your head. First side again. Find Utkatasana. Doesn't have to be a deep bend in the knees, but if you want to go deeper, you can. And step the right foot back. Find that warrior two stance. Inhale here. Exhale. Exalted warrior. Inhale, let the left forearm float down to the thigh. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale up and exhale through the crown of your head, length through the left side body. Inhale, exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, extended. Exalted warrior. Boy, I'm getting my language all messed up today. And then find warrior two. Wait for the exhale. Now, straighten your front leg. Straighten your front leg. And just dip down to wherever you can stay pretty upright. So left hand to the left thigh and stacking shoulders. So I'm in the triangle pose, but I'm not going as deep as I might normally go. I want to feel lots of length through my right side body. So I'm stacking my right shoulder over my left. Maybe I just go down by my knee here and feel all this length from your outer right heel all the way through your right fingertips. For 2 more rounds of breath. Good. Then next inhale, just reach a little bit farther with the fingertips. And then windmill the arms on the exhale, come back to the warrior two. Inhale here, exhale into exalted warrior. Inhale, step back to your Utkatasana, hands at prayer. Exhale, press up to standing. Try the other side, adding Trikonasana on this side. So find Utkatasana, weight into the right foot, step the left foot back. Inhale here, exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale to come up, exhale, float the forearm down to the thigh, reach the left arm along your ear, extended side angle. Inhale, exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, exhale, exalted warrior. And then come to warrior two. Wait for the exhale. Find your mountain body. Then straighten the front leg and just tilt down. Keep the chest open. Maybe right hand is on the thigh, maybe the shin, but no, probably no further down the leg than the shin. And then reach the left arm up. Reach through the whole left side body, getting a nice lengthening. 2 rounds of breath here. 2 rounds of breath. And your next inhale, bend through your front knee, find warrior two again. Wait for the exhale. Inhale, exhale, exalted warrior. Inhale, step back to the top of your mat. Utkatasana, hands at prayer. Exhale, right to the top of your head. Now find Tadasana, mountain body. Take a few rounds of breath. Mountain body. And then inhale here. And on your exhale, reach the arms up. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step or jump back to the downward facing dog. Strolling, walking, see the legs, bending the knees, reaching the hips up. Roll your triceps down to the floor, strong downward dog, engage the front of the thighs. And then bring your left foot in towards center slightly. Inhale the right leg up and draw your right knee towards your right. wrist. Okay. Stretch your left leg long so you're in the pigeon shape. You could have a block underneath the right hip here. And then, or you might want your blocks. This is where you could get fancy with your props. You could have your blocks out for your hands and your blanket underneath your right hip. Because we want to stay upright here for this first part. So staying upright and reaching the left leg back and getting a nice lengthening on the front of your left hip. Okay, stay with it, just a couple more breaths. Notice, especially if you love going down in lying, coming down to a prone position in your pigeon. So sticking with this, we'll go down in a sec here. So now you can come forward to your forearms or all the way down on your arms. Relax, lengthen through your tailbone, lengthen your tailbone down towards the short end of your mat. Putting your hands underneath your shoulders, turn your back toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. And if you know you're going to use that same prop setup, you can get ready for that same prop setup. So inhale the left leg up, bring the right foot in towards center a little bit more, bend through your left knee and bring your left knee towards your left wrist and slide your right leg back. Top of the foot to the floor. Prop under the left hip if necessary, and reach out of your hips. Really feel this nice opening in the front right hip. Stay with it. Stay with it. Mind and body connected together. Mind like the sky, open, vast. Breath like the wind. Body strong. You can walk your hands forward, coming down to your forearms or lengthening the arms all the way out in front. Lengthen your tailbone down towards the short ends of your mat so you feel a lengthening in your back body. You're drawing your tailbone down. Your what used to be your tail is stretched out long on the mat. Hands underneath shoulders, turn back toes under, press up, reach back with the left foot, find downward facing dog. Find your downward dog. And on your inhale, walk your feet up towards your hands, bend through your knees, take your forearms to your thighs. Take a few rounds of this cat-cow right here with the forearms on the thighs. Breath containing movement. On your next inhale, sit down a little bit deeper into Utkatasana. And on your exhale, press up to standing. Find Tadasana, body like a mountain. Inhale here, exhale through the crown of your head, through your fingertips. Inhale, drop your hips back, bring your hands to heart center, find Utkatasana again. And then hands all the way down to the floor, right foot forward, left foot back in a lunge. Now you can use blocks here or stay just in this low lunge with hands on the floor. We're going to walk the right foot back about halfway, turn the left foot onto its outer edge, and come into Vasisthasana, side plank. Okay, so option one, right foot is in front. And option two would be to take, you can bring your hands back to the mat, bring that right foot behind, take your right hand and scoop your chest up towards the ceiling and come into wild thing. Strong body. Bring your right hand back to the floor, both feet back, downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to your hands, elbows or forearms on thighs. Take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, hands at prayer, in chair, prayer in chair. Exhale, press up to standing. Find your strong Tadasana. Find your strong mountain. Body like a mountain. And then inhale, fill up your cylinder with all of your breath. Breath like the wind. Exhale, reach up. And body working together. Inhale here now. And exhale, fold all the way to the floor. And step your left foot back, finding a lunge on the other side. So blocks are fine here. If you have the blocks at any level, they're fine as well, right? Find that low lunge. And then we heel toe the left foot out. We turn the right foot so that we're in a modified side plank with the right foot in front, left foot on its edge. Or we bring the right foot behind the left foot, scoop, take your left hand to your side waist and scoop your belly up and come into wild thing. Right foot is behind, left foot is in front, opening on this side. And spin your hands back, downward facing dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Find your forearms on your thighs, lengthen through your tailbone. Take a few rounds of the cat-cow. Inhale here to chair, and exhale, press all the way through the crown of your head. Find mountain pose. Take a few rounds of breath, mountain pose. Strong body. Okay. So let's work a little bit with a couple of balancing postures. Great way to get the mind and body together, not do any wandering. So let's take the weight into our left foot first and bring your right foot on top of your left foot or into your calf or up into your thigh. And then once you find your stability, let's take, and you may wish to move over towards some wall space. We'll see how I do here. We're going to take a side bend in the direction of the bent knee. Find your gaze. Strong left leg. And release, hands to heart. Release the legs, bounce the heels, loosen up the fascial network a bit, so whole body bounce. And then we'll try the other side. Weight comes into the right foot and find your left foot on top of your right foot into your thigh, or perhaps up into your calf or into your thigh. Find your dristi. And then if possible, we're doing a little side bend to the bent knee side. Space through the right side body. Falling out is legal. Once you're ready to come out, you can bounce the heels, shake it out, and then prepare yourself for Ardha Chandrasana. So you want to have a block handy. And we'll start with coming into triangle with the right foot forward. So your block, you can set your block up to the front of your mat, forward of your right foot, forward of your right foot. And then with hands on hips, you bend slightly through the front leg, bring your back foot up slightly, find your block as you tip forward. Okay, and then begin to open your hips. Begin to open your hips. Now, some of us might want to take the hand off the block. I'm going to leave mine in this supported position, hand on the block. So keep rolling your chest open towards the long edge of your mat. Maybe taking the top foot with your top hand and opening, giving some lot of space in the front of the left quad. Strong body, right leg. Breath supports you. And open, wide open like the sky. Release the top leg. Turn your gaze towards the floor. You can bring your feet together here. Find that same cat-cow movement with elbows or forearms on the thighs, nice and supportive. Or you could be up a little higher even. Just some cat-cow movement. And then hands to the floor, step or jump back, downward facing dog. Bend through your knees and bring your tailbone up, 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 up. Draw, zip up the back of your legs, zip up the front of your legs. Strong body. Next inhale, walk or jump feet towards hands. Bring your hands to heart center in that Utkatasana pose, and then inhale here, exhale, stand up. Let's try the other side. Let's try the other side. So left foot is forward in the Trikonasana shape. Okay, so really establish your legs, your strong legs, mountain body. You have your block set up here or your piece of furniture. And you'll bring the right foot forward slightly as you bend through the front leg, tipping down to find your block, which you want about outside of the front foot and about 8 inches in front of. And then as you straighten the front leg, lift the back leg. This could be where you stay. You could continue to stack the hips and turn your chest, opening everything up here. Really big, open, spacious posture. Maybe taking the top leg, top foot with the top hand, and pressing foot into hand. Open the chest, opening the front of the right quad, inner left leg working, strong body, breath like the wind, mind like the sky, vastness, spaciousness. Release the top foot, turn your gaze, take your back foot, bring your feet together, find forward fold, then bending through your knees, slide back up, forearms to the thighs or hands to the thighs, couple rounds of cat-cow. Then hands to the floor, step or jump back, downward facing dog. Cinch up, gather up the kneecaps, pull, zip up the back of the legs. And on your next inhale, bring your knees to the floor in cow. And then on your next exhale, draw yourself long back towards child's pose, forehead to the floor. See if you can soften across your back, opening up space across the back in this child's pose. Might even be nice to bring your arms alongside your body for this child's pose. Feel the whole cylinder of your body on the inhale, receiving the breath, and letting the breath go. And then bring your hands out in front if you had them to your sides and slide forward up to your belly. And bring your arms alongside your body. Reach each leg back over and over, tops of the feet to the floor. Draw your tailbone down towards the short end of your mat. And take a baby back bend. So just lifting head and shoulders, legs stay long, thinking about front of the body and back of the body being the same length. So we're lengthening both front of the body and back of the body. Pressing the tops of your hands into the floor. And then as you release, turn one cheek to the mat. You can bend your knees here and softly move your feet back and forth. Take another round. So forehead to the floor, tops of the feet to the floor. Draw your tailbone down. You can feel your glutes, firing up when you do that. You could try even engaging the front of your legs so your kneecaps come off the floor, and then press top of hands into the floor. Lift your head and shoulders, back, body, front body, same length. Same length. So you might not come up off the ground very far. Really feel like you have an even space front and back body. And then lower down, turn your head in the opposite direction. Knees bent. You can move your feet back and forth a few times. Great. And then bring your elbows underneath your shoulders and find Sphinx. Same thing here. Really draw the tailbone down towards the heels. Now from here, pick up your hands and wing them outside of your mat and then press up. Feel lots of space through your upper body, but keep engaging the legs, keep pressing the tops of your feet into the floor. Draw your tailbone down towards your heels, space through the collarbones. The legs are engaged here, navel up and in. And then you can slowly, slowly, slowly turn your hands as you lower yourself down. Make a little pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead on that pillow and just rock your hips back and forth, or bend your knees and send your feet back and forth. Okay. Reach your right arm out in space. Reach your left leg back in space. So you can keep your head resting on your palm for now, but reach through your fingertips, right arm lifted, left leg lifted, and find some space through your body in a diagonal way. And then just let those two appendages come down. Put your right hand underneath your forehead, lift your left arm, lift your right leg, finding some diagonal space through the body. So reaching, really reach through your right toes and through your left hand. And then just go back and forth a few times. If you wish, you could also lift your head and shoulders, but it's not necessary to do so. You can if you want to. We go back and forth a few times. And when you've done an even number, come back to resting your forehead on your hands. Bend your knees softly. Take your feet back and forth, just releasing any contraction in the low back. And then slide one arm underneath the other to roll over to your back. So we should have a lot of openness now in our side waist, our side body, particularly in the upper body. We get a lot of side waist opening or side line opening. So let's come into a twist here. We'll bring the right ankle onto the left knee, and then knees fall over to the right. Now, if that feels too much, just drop your right foot underneath your left knee or stack your knees. And now you'll continue to feel this opening in the left side, but you also have some spiraling through the body, some twisting action. And just let your breath begin to help you settle here towards Shavasana. Notice the energy of your body, the energy of your mind. Release that right foot off, come back to center, and here, resting in a position of comfort with the knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor, just take a few pelvic tilts or cat-cow movements to neutralize that asymmetrical movement of the twist. Great, then left ankle on right knee. Knees go over to the left. Your head can stay neutral, or you might turn your head towards your right arm. Again, if this feels too much of a twist, just slide the left foot off and stack your knees. I like to put a little pressure on the right knee, the leg that's underneath. I like to put a little pressure, and I feel this nice stretch in my psoas, my right hip, my right side. Breathing into the spaces that we're trying to get some more length, some more space. Slide that left foot off, come back to center. Same thing here, just a couple of pelvic tilts. You can have it be a big cat-cow movement all the way through your back body. Here, it's anything that you want to close with. Maybe you need some happy baby potion. Maybe another twist of some sort. Maybe you're ready just to lengthen out in Shavasana. Of course, you can always take your legs up onto a piece of furniture or stack a block underneath your sacrum for supported ridge, supported shoulder stand. But take up some space here. What does it feel like to be spacious? What does it feel like to have body like a mountain, breath like the wind, mind like the sky? Just like the snow that's falling outside my window right now. As the snowflakes rest on the ground, can you let all of your energy just rest now? All of your movement just come towards stillness as you rest in Shavasana. Softening any areas that are holding tension. Softening the spaces around your eyes. Inviting space between your brow. Inviting space in your inner ear. Can you invite more space into your heart? Soften your hands. And in this place of deepest surrender, can you see yourself for who you really are? And just touching hands to heart center, offering gratitude for the love that you know in your life, the love that you give, the people that you have in your life. I see you. I see your brilliance. Namaste.